Hello and welcome to the Disconnected Gamers Podcast, where we reconnect with life and gaming. I am one of your hosts, Andrew, also known as J-Bond, also known as that guy in the blue hat, with me, as always, for the
Holla
86th
holla.
time.
Ooh, holla holla. It's your boy.
It's your boy
Mm,
Mike.
it's your boy Mike.
Episode 86, Sunday, August
Sunday,
20th.
Sunday, Sunday.
Sunday, fun day, Sunday. Evening, so weather's pretty nice, not terrible. Um,
Still hot. Still hot outside though.
Also, my watch just started doing dictation because it thought I somehow said something to like turn it on. Cool story. Um, so there's some things happening right now, and
Mhm.
like, and by things happening right now, apparently, and this was about an hour ago, I think, when it actually,
Yeah.
like, when the tweets were sent out, Our Mine, which is a according to, I'm looking at PlayStationLifestyle.net, but they describe Our Mine as an elite hacker group known for many hacks showing vulnerabilities in major systems. Now, apparently, what they did was they hacked PlayStation Network and said that they've leaked their databases and then that they're not going to say it. They're not going to share it, rather. They're a security
Mhm.
group. They want someone from PlayStation to contact them. Um, and I guess, according to PlayStationLifestyle.net, they have also in the past hacked Pokemon Go's
Pokemon
creator,
Go.
Twitter co-founder, that's a pretty good one to get the Twitter co-founder, and the
Hmm.
Google CEO, another good one.
Oh wow.
Um, so I guess, which is kind of interesting to think of the concept of an ethical hacking group. Uh, that's how this continues on in the PlayStation Lifestyle article.
Hmm.
Basically, to expose security leaks and then be like, "Hey, you should fix it." Obviously, like this kind of harkens back to that, like the major PSN blackout
Mm.
when it shut down for basically a month, which was super annoying. But we got like free game. I got Infamous for it, so it's all good.
It's true. It's true.
Uh, my thoughts are I have two-step on my PSN account, so in theory, if anybody tried to log in to my PlayStation account,
They'll let you know.
it would send me a text message, and they would never be able to get it. Um,
Hmm.
So like for what that is worth, the frustration, it like as a consumer, I actually hate two step. I really don't
Hmm.
like it. I think it's super annoying to have to respond to a text message or
Hmm.
get a 6-digit code from a thing. Like I do have a two-step token card that I use for a few different things, and I have an app on my phone that will send a that
Hmm.
like it'll so like when I because
It'll.
I have it for Twitch, and that's probably the biggest one that's annoying is because I never like on my Chrome browsers and just
Mhm.
in general because I mean I whatever I use Chrome hate me when I close Chrome it closes all my stuff, so when I re-log in,
Yep.
like I have to re two step if I go to Twitch. So every time I
Mm.
go to Twitch, it will be like bloop, and it sends the alert to my watch or my phone. I jump on my phone, I
Mhm.
enter the code, whatever.
Right. No biggie.
I It's no big deal, but it's definitely
It's
annoying
just.
knowing that every time I go to my computer to like log into Twitch, I know I have to be able to grab my phone to get that code.
Mhm. Right.
So like I always have to be like, oh, do I have my phone nearby? Um, Whatever. Thankfully, in this instance, having two step on my PSN account is actually nice because I'm never logging into it frequently.
Hmm.
Like
Right.
the only thing that my PSN account is on is my PS4 and my Vita, and since I sadly never use my Vita, like it's not a big deal.
Right.
It's not like I'm constantly signing into PSN to check the forums, which I guess in theory I'd have to two step for that.
Mhm.
But it is what it is. Um, so I guess if you don't have two step, maybe get it set up. If not,
Get it set up immediately.
think about it. I don't have a credit card on my PSN account. I have it linked to my PayPal, which is like to be honest, I don't know if that's better or worse. right, than like having them have access to my credit card or having them have access to my
Right.
PayPal.
See, I wonder how that works then, because I know Sony hates chargebacks, but with PayPal, if you dispute it, they're like, "Oh yeah, no problem, we'll get you your money back."
Right.
So yeah, I don't know.
Right. So like,
I
and
don't,
the reason I did it was honestly because I figured at the very least that there's never money that can be immediately taken from my account because there's no
right.
money in my PayPal account. So
Hmm.
anytime a PayPal transaction goes through, I get an alert on my phone, so it would immediately trigger me to be like, "Oh man," as opposed to like going to my bank account and seeing a ton of.
You know.
Can you hear the dog?
Yep.
Great. So, as I was saying, I don't know if it's better or worse, like PayPal versus credit card, but at least with PayPal, I'd get an immediate notification on my phone that something's been purchased, and then in that case, I could be like, "Oh crap, I need to go bounce this
Was it?
charge." What?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, that way you know, it's like that was not me. I did not try to pay for that.
Right, like that's my thing. Like, I do check my credit card pretty frequently, and I mean,
Same.
but I'm not
Or not
necessarily
credit
gonna
card, but
see.
debit account.
Like, I'm not sure that I would see a Sony charge and be like, "Oh, that seems weird." Like, just
Right.
like because I'd be like, "Oh, did I forget to renew PS Plus?" Which it's probably coming up soon too. That I'm gonna have to do that. But anyways, that was just something that I thought was interesting happening
Hmm.
today of all things. And I guess somebody was insinuating that it had something to do with the fact that the Xbox Gamescom conference was happening, I guess, either at the same time or shortly thereafter, and they were like, "Oh, Xbox has a conference, and then PlayStation gets hacked, and it pulls the attention away
Mm,
from Xbox." Which is
mm,
one of those crazy conspiracy theory type things, like someone went to the trouble to
yeah.
hack Sony just to pull attention away from Xbox, I guess. And like,
Right.
I just think that's a
That's
stretch.
that's too far fetched. Yeah, it's too far fetched.
I'm the type of person that's just
Just a
thinking like,
coincidence.
it's
What a
not even a
coincidence.
coincidence. Like that's just what happened to be, you know.
Right.
Like
Just
the
sucks.
hackers probably weren't thinking like, oh yeah, if we post this on their Twitter right when Gamescom happens, like that tweet's gonna get buried in a sea of other tweets. Like I
It's
just
true.
think, I just don't think it's necessarily something you can really link to it.
Right.
But either way, I thought that would be a good segue to talk about what happened at the Xbox Gamescom announcement. So I've got two articles. I've got one from Polygon and one from Rolling Stone. And I watched a couple of the trailers. Jurassic World Evolution, saw that, which kind
It's
of
a
looks
park
like,
park builder, isn't it? I
yeah, it's
think.
it's like kind of like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but Jurassic
Tycoon.
Park,
Jurassic
Jurassic
Park.
World Tycoon.
Okay.
It looks pretty cool. It um looks good, from the video, everything, resolution wise, like it looks good, cool. Although it's coming to more than like it's not exclusive to Xbox,
Wait.
like it was Xbox
Xbox.
One, PS4, and PC. So
No Switch love.
nope. Assassin's Creed Origins. I did not watch the trailer. I'm just because I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan. I don't know if you watched
Right.
it, if you had any thoughts.
Well, that sounds cool.
It's an entirely cinematic trailer, so I guess if anybody was like hoping for gameplay, like,
It
um,
says I one of the articles I saw, they said something about like a it's like a split, not split second, but like maybe a minute of combat gameplay or something like that.
yeah,
Maybe I don't know.
right. There could be something
Oh,
in there. I didn't again, like
yeah,
I said, I didn't watch it.
didn't watch it.
Um, the game's out in October. I didn't realize that, so it's actually surprising that it's out so soon.
That's really soon.
But
Well, I guess they did take a whole year off, like a whole I think a whole year off
hmm,
to develop and all that nonsense,
yeah,
rather than doing the annual. Here's an Assassin's Creed game, even though you don't want it.
yeah.
So there's that.
ReCore Definitive Edition. As a person who thinks that like secondary and tertiary editions of games are dumb,
Hmm.
I just kind of think it's dumb. The game looked cool when it launched, and I think it's an interesting concept. I never
Hmm.
played it
It's
because
not bad.
I
I
never
liked
used
it
my
when I played.
Xbox. The cool thing I think about this particular release is that according to Polygon, if you already own the standard version, you can download all the extra stuff at no cost. So,
Oh. Hmm.
and then although it's a separate retail release, owners of the standard version of ReCore can download all of the new goods at no extra cost. When Definitive Edition launches on August 29th, all ReCore owners can check out a new quest and robot companion frame plus the remastered graphics.
Okay.
So they made it look better, and they added a new quest and a
Added.
robot companion frame. I don't know if that's
All right.
I since I never played the game, I don't know if a quest is a really like long amount of content. Maybe it's not. Maybe it is.
Mm, yeah, sort of. I didn't play much of it, but
Mm,
this is like some lengthy mission quests, whatever.
right. You've also got World of Tanks coming to Xbox One enhanced version. It's available on Windows PC and Xbox One right now, but I guess it's a 4K graphics update and probably some other stuff.
Mm.
Again, didn't really bother watch that. I did watch the ID at Xbox showcase because obviously, like I like the
That's the
indies,
indie stuff, right? Okay, yeah.
So it's cool to see. They showed off a couple games that are already out. They also showed off a bunch of stuff that isn't. The one that I'm
Nice.
like the most excited about would be Cuphead. Just looks
Cuphead. Hmm.
it's cool. Tacoma was in there, which is neat because it's already out. PUBG, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds,
Hmm.
that was in there. Which is like that's a game that I'm actually like super excited about, but still never bought. And it's because my computer is
Poop.
well, it's more or less poop. It hovers at roughly exactly the minimum specs that
Okay.
it looks for on Steam. So part of me is like,
Hmm.
oh, I could rip the $30, try it, see if it works, and then be like, no, it plays like shit, and return it via
Right.
Steam, which would be fair. To me, that's a fair use of the return policy, right? Like try and see if the game will
Hmm.
run. But there's
Yeah.
also the part of me that's like, it's probably not going to run well. What's the point? I should probably just focus on getting a new machine.
Right.
So
Or just get
that's
the console version.
right, or end up with a console version, which then means I gotta end up paying again for
50.
Xbox Live.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Yeah. I've
Hmm.
like, and it's a crazy thing to think about. My Xbox has been sitting next to my PS4, and I have not had Xbox Live well over a year. Could be 2 years at this point.
Two sounds about right.
Um, I've just never had a huge reason to go back.
Mm.
I do miss playing Halo from time to time, but like it's not the
I'll
worst thing
say,
in the
yeah,
world.
we should play Halo 5 again, but
Um, the other thing that I thought was interesting is and I actually like this. Did you see the Xbox One S Minecraft limited edition?
oh yeah, yeah. It's
It's just
literally
like a
themed like a block or
yeah,
whatever.
it looks like a block of
Uh,
dirt, grass, whatever,
yeah,
and the controller's like a creeper. Like a ton of
creeper.
people
Yeah,
were like, "What a piece of shit! Like worst, ugly, blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Well, I don't actually.
I thought it looked kind of cool. Yeah,
I'm totally not offended by this at all. Like it looks like a thing inside the game. It's
yeah,
neat. It's different.
right.
It beats having just a straight like one shot color.
White. Yeah,
Yeah,
like a
white,
white
black,
one.
gray, whatever.
Yeah, like
Um, so that was, you know, I don't know. I like it. That's my
yeah.
personal opinion because and it's like I like it because it's different. That's about it.
Hmm.
Um, includes the creeper controller, and I guess when you boot it up, it has like a Minecraft system sound or something, much like the Xbox models used to always have, where they just kind of have a some sort of unique attachment to the
Unique sound.
console.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the Forza one is my favorite.
Yeah. Pre-orders are up now. If you want the pixelated console scheme for your collection, it even has a translucent case. It's got to be the bottom of it. Um,
Oh, okay. I thought it meant it came with a carrying
yeah,
case.
like a switchable case. Because I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta look at this because
So,
I only saw the front of it where it's.
did the article list the Scorpio
Oh
edition as
yeah, the bottom of it's translucent, but like all you can see is the damn.
mm,
Like you can see the metal casing on the back of it. Like you can't really like see any of the guts, so whatever.
right,
Um
yeah. It's obviously they don't want people looking at what's in there.
no, it's probably just like the motherboard has to sit on something, you know?
True.
Either way. Um cool story. Middle Earth, Shadow of War, obviously Shadow of Mordor was dope.
Pretty good game.
Saw a lot. I mean, this isn't the first trailer that we've seen, but it just makes the game look pretty awesome. Like
Right.
it's like and it's like again, not a game I played in depth, but definitely a game that I enjoyed when I played it. And I don't want to say I'm definitely gonna buy this game, but I'm leaning towards I'm probably gonna buy this game.
I have mixed feelings about it right now.
It comes out on my birthday, so I feel like I should just be like, yo, hook me up. But they
if
probably
only,
won't. They probably won't.
I say, if only that's how that worked.
Right? Like if it's your birthday and the game comes out on your birthday, you get the game for free.
Automatic hookup. It's your boy.
It's your boy. Yeah, anyways. So yeah, Shadow War looks pretty good. Big fan of just like more the attention to detail they put into the first one, which I expect them to do in the second.
Second
That's
one. Yeah.
that's more or less where I'm going for. And then one of the other things I saw, so I had seen people talking about pre-orders for this on Twitter, and I
Hmm.
was like, oh wow, an Xbox One X Project Scorpio, like,
Yep.
and in my mind, I was like, wow, I thought they weren't calling it Project Scorpio,
Scorpion.
and then I watched the video and read up on it a little bit more and realized like they literally made a special edition that they're just calling the Project Scorpio one,
Hmm.
and
Using code name.
I I don't hate it because it's like a gimmick. You can make a
Hmm.
limited edition, people will buy it.
Yep.
Probably stick it on a shelf, maybe use it, whatever. It's like the 20th anniversary PS4, but I think the 20th
Mm.
anniversary PS4 had a little more kind of panache behind it than the Project Scorpio edition. Because
How so?
basically the Project Scorpio edition just says Project Scorpio on it and it comes in a box. I didn't see anything about
It's true.
uh
It's
a
true. You right.
numbered editions.
All
Like
right.
like
Since
the
they
PS
literally only made so many of the PS4 ones.
and they had the badges right on the console so you knew which one you had. Like
Hmm. Hmm.
those things were friggin' gone in an instant.
Yeah.
So that's more where I'm coming from. Like one, the history of PlayStation versus the history of Xbox. Obviously, it's PlayStation has existed longer than Xbox has, so I get that.
Right.
But at the same time, like if you were gonna do this Project Scorpio thing, like it would have been neat to have kind of maybe made it a little more exciting.
Shoot, I would have made a like an OG Xbox themed Xbox
Right? Like
One,
make it
Xbox
the
Two.
actual size of the old Xbox
Yeah, just with the
with the
specs of
guts.
the.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That would have been kind of cool. But that's
Right.
just us, I guess.
So that was that. Other interesting thing about PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds PUBG is so Microsoft is actually going to be publishing it on the Xbox, and I guess it's to help speed up the process and get it to console faster. But
Ah,
that's like a positive thing at least I see because like the faster you can get it to console, the faster I imagine it will take off on console,
right.
given how successful it is on Twitch. And just as a game in general, like not even for the viewership part of it, just the fact that the game
True.
is very
True.
successful.
It's true.
So yeah, so that was what I saw about Gamescom. I saw a lot of stuff on Twitter about people complaining about um that it was underwhelming and you know
What did they
didn't
expect?
deliver, which is I get it. I was just I don't know. I guess I just kind of have high expectations for all of these people now, like in terms of
Mm,
game conferences, releases, whatever. Like I feel like you always have to just blast everybody out of the water. Like there's no
right.
easy way
Blow us away.
to
Is Tokyo Game Show next? Or has that
I
already happened?
yes.
Okay, never mind then. I'd say then maybe they can blow everyone out of the water at Tokyo Game Show, but never
Let me
mind.
just double check. I think it's next.
I was to say yeah, because I thought it was either after or close to uh
Yeah,
Gamescom.
it's at the end. It's the September 21st through the 22nd is
Okay.
the business day,
Okay.
23rd and the 24th are the public days. So it's after PAX.
After
So
PAX. Okay.
I guess it'll go Gamescom, PAX Dev, PAX West, and then the next big
I,
show would be Tokyo Game Show. But obviously like nothing really gets announced at PAX. Like Borderlands. Gearbox does announce stuff from time to
mhm.
time because they always kind of do a big thing, a big showing at PAX. But
Right.
not a whole hell of a lot really gets announced at PAX.
True.
So, because I mean, that's again, it's like it's a consumer show. It's not really like a media type show to begin with, at least from my
Right.
perspective. It's much like E3, right? Um,
Pretty
just
much.
it's just not the place. I guess the audience or maybe the
Right.
drawing.
Yeah. Just, you would want to go all out at like an E3 type event rather than just we're here at PAX because
Right, and just ball out,
whatever. Yeah.
schmooze all them peoples.
Hmm.
Tokyo Game Show would be cool to go to, but then I'd have to get on a plane to Tokyo.
Right, and probably spend over way over a grand.
Dude, way over a grand, way more than that, I imagine. I mean, you know what though?
Think,
Everybody seems to like all these people I know are always like, "Oh, yeah, I went to such and such a place," and I'm like, How do you afford this?" Or are you just
right?
drowning? Are you just drowning in credit card debt? Like, are you just swiping away on that plastic and not thinking about it?
Right, or parents reward points or something. I don't know.
Right? Yeah, I have no idea. I want to go to Tokyo just so that I can go to the video game stores and buy video games that I can't get here. Like I'm gonna buy every Japanese NES game that they have.
I get all the VR games, just the weird, like obscure, random VR games.
Yeah, all the shit that's like banned in the US.
Yep. And then some of the, like you said, the like classic and
Buy all the obscure Zelda games.
right, Zelda dating sims.
Yeah, Zelda dating sims. um So that was kind of all I had in terms of like major things to talk about. In terms of if we shift this bad boy into the what you've been playing segment, taking a break from Zelda on the Switch,
Me
and
too.
and honestly, it's more because the game is so big that I'm actually getting tired of having to like do minuscule quests.
Really?
But the problem
Hmm.
is that everyone's like, well, you can just like one of my friends who beat the game already was like, well, you can just go and fight Ganon, like you don't even have to do all this stuff, like you can just go right for him. But I
It's
get
true.
fucking smoked.
Yeah.
Like I'm a weak
Well,
ass bitch in this game. Like, what's the
you gotta
point?
you gotta
Uh,
get all your hearts and the Master Sword.
yeah, I have to find the Master Sword. That's it's the one thing I have not like gone onto the internets to
It's
find.
a freaking sweet way to find it. That's all I'm
So
gonna say.
I'm just like working on it. Um, And also, like, I've just been like, I normally my Zelda time is reserved for my lunch breaks when I'm at work because I'll just throw it
No,
on
it's
and
throw it
play
on.
during lunch. But I've just been so kind of just like mentally gone when I
Like
get out
checked
of
out.
yeah, like so when I punch out for lunch, I'm just like throwing on headphones and like not talking to anybody, not doing anything, you know.
So what, you just go to a place nearby, jump
No,
in your car.
I just usually sit in the break room, or like depending on if somebody's around, I'll be like, "Oh, are you going to get food?" And then I will just go with them for
Hmm.
the walk. I won't actually
Fair
get anything. I just literally am just like looking for an excuse to go outside and walk around.
enough.
Um, yeah, but or I end up just like kind of checking emails and clearing stuff out because I'm trying to be better about that. Like I'm pretty bad when it comes to emails. So I've been trying to like take the time that I get in the day and like time that I know I could use better. I'm
Hmm.
trying to make sure that
Kind
I
of manage.
yeah, like even if it's just like the sake of because especially with PAX coming up, like I'm getting tons of emails about things that are happening or games that are
Right.
being there, people that want to see it, people who want to hang out, and I just trying to allot all that time before before PAX happens and make sure that
Accent.
I know what the hell I'm doing. Which like like again segue city. This is the first PAX I will not be speaking at
Dang.
since like 2014. I think I've spoken at because I
Three in a
started it.
row.
My first one was at West, and then I did the how to 5-year plan gaming industry. Then I
Hmm.
did the positivity. Then I did Destiny and positivity.
Yeah.
Then I did positivity again and Destiny again. And then this year, or was it 2015? It was 2015 or 2014. I don't remember. Either way,
I know it's somewhat consistent
yeah, it was somewhat consistent that I was doing a panel basically at East or West
every.
each for
Yeah.
like 2 years or something. And so this is the first time that I did not actually get approved. So I don't have a panel. I'll be there as media, so I'll be hanging out, checking out games and all that stuff. But I was kind of bummed. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I did contact him. I was just like, hey, like, because at the like, what's weird is you don't get a like not approved letter email until like way after all of the stuff is announced. So like there's a part of you that's just kind of like, oh, well maybe they just like they didn't send me my approval. But then like you see everybody else being like, "Oh, yeah, I got approved. Like, oh, this is when I'm doing this thing. Like this is happening, blah 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 blah." And
It's like great.
you start to be like the second you don't get yours like a day or two after everyone's talking about it, you're like, "Fuck.
Right.
It didn't get approved."
Oh,
So then I shot him an email.
great.
It was just like to the the organizer people. It's just like, "Hey, like so I didn't get a thing. Does that mean it didn't?" And a thing I do now is I always just ask for feedback. So I just like, was just like, is there any feedback you can give me on like either how I can improve it or, make my make it so that I have a better shot at making this happen for next time. And I actually did end up getting an email back that was really nice and provided me with a little bit of insight and things like that.
Oh.
Turns out there were a handful of panels that had similar kind of crossover, and they just kind of were like, they just kind
Ah.
of had, they made the decision based on I don't know some other stuff that they didn't really go into, but they basically said like there's more than a handful of things along the same lines, and so they couldn't have all of them, so whatever.
They
Um,
just picked the best one.
ouch, hurtful.
Well, no, I'm just. I don't
No, no,
mean
no, no,
like.
no. Yeah,
I just,
they
what
probably either picked the one that
what
had,
they
the
yeah,
most
what they
kind of
did.
potential for growth or was going to reach the
The,
most people, which I totally get. Like that's it's a business decision.
yeah, I'm not saying
So,
yours aren't good. Yours bomb, but saying.
um, so that was like that was kind of a bummer.
Yeah, that sucks. Who knows? Maybe they'll be like, screw it. So and so said they had to cancel. Here's your
The
approval
problem
letter.
is like at that point it would be so hard to like put it all together.
That's true.
Because
Yeah.
like my thing is like once I knew that it was officially not happening, I was just like, well, I had my my outline I obviously still have, and I have my presentation from last year, and like I can expand on that and change things up. But like at that point, like everybody else that wasn't a that was in the pen, like you probably make plans to do other stuff. And also, if you now don't have to worry about booking that time slot out to be there, you might have taken a different appointment, or you're doing something else or whatever. So
True.
I imagine that's a definitely like a very kind of worry issue for PAX organizers or just game shows, like game conferences in general. Like, what happens if the volunteer like panel type things, like what happens if they literally last minute bail? Like, do you have a backup plan for that kind of stuff?
Right.
Because
I
I
imagine
imagine
it.
it's gotta happen, where somebody's just like, oh shit, like I got the flu and it's not
Right.
happening,
Like I literally can't come.
So, yeah, so that's the thing. Uh, moving
When
on
is
up in the world.
PAX West is coming up, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's September 1st through the 4th. I fly into Seattle on the 31st. So I'll be there I mean, I always kind of get there the day before just to kind of get settled.
Just yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I leave. Like a lot of people leave Monday, because so PAX West is 4 days. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Monday being
Yep.
a short day. A lot of people leave Monday. Um,
Hmm.
so like a lot of people will go for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then don't stick around for Monday, which I think is a bummer. And I think that's why they were the first to get rid of 4-day passes, because a ton of people would buy 4-day passes not going to the fourth day. So they finally were
Right.
like, well, that's all these people who couldn't get Monday passes because they only sell an amount based on who's going to go.
Go. Right. Right. Right.
So I like again, and then they did it. I mean, they did it at East too. So like, you just buy the day passes. I don't, or did they do still? Maybe they still do 3-day passes. I don't even honestly remember. Um, it's one of those things where like I don't think about it because I'm just like, oh, they're on sale, buy it. Uh,
Right. Yeah. Like I
but
mean, unless you're industry, like I would use that Monday to hang out with everybody
that's what I would do. Like that's my
because
thing.
like
Is like Monday
they're less
meetings,
busy. It's
get a
last day.
drink, have them like go get lunch, or use that day to literally just kind of bounce around and like see whatever you can.
Yeah. Before
Like
you take
call it a
off. Yeah.
free
Exactly.
day. So,
Mm-hmm. It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be busy anyways.
or it's not as busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but so yeah, that's I'm excited. It's one of the few times I get to go do something every year. Like obviously E3 was the last thing I went to, and didn't
Mm-hmm.
have a great I didn't have a great experience. So I'm cautiously optimistic that going into PAX, where I'm not moderating a panel and I'm not, promoting something specifically, that
Mm-hmm.
is kind of a bummer, because it's just like that's a thing that I always look forward to because I like connecting with people.
Mm-hmm.
But, like I said, cautiously optimistic. I've booked a bunch of appointments to check out some games. I've also booked out time to hang out with people in the industry and like just kind of bounce ideas off them, because, I want to do more. I just really don't know what the best steps are, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a great background in the industry because I've never really truly worked in the industry, and I don't know all the ins and outs. So I've been like approaching people now, being like, "Hey, like this is coming up, can we book out some time, like maybe grab lunch, grab a drink, whatever. Even if you gave me 5 minutes, can we sit down and talk, because I find that when you try to approach them in the moment, that never happens. Like they're always like, "Yeah,
Nope.
like find me later tonight, or find me on the show floor tomorrow," and like it's just that's how life goes. They bump into somebody else, something else goes late, something runs long. It's like it's much easier to go into things with a time booked out than
True.
to kind of wing it.
Wing it.
Because
Yeah.
oh man, dude, I winged it one PAX and it was a bad idea. Um, because you couldn't get anything done. Every time you're trying to meet with somebody, it's like, oh no, I'm already busy. How about this time? And it's like, oh,
Right. It's like great.
yeah.
Great.
So that's that's that, which is like totally a crazy segue from when I started this conversation talking about not playing Zelda at work. Just to
Right?
go back to that. I haven't turned my Nintendo 3DS on in ages. I still haven't beat
I've been
Pokemon.
playing a lot of Bravely Default.
Yeah. I did download Renegade Riptide on my phone because it was G GP2 is free, but then Renegade Riptide like whatever the newest one was like 99 cents, and I was like, you know what, I'll float the buck. Uh,
That's like the new Jet Moto, isn't it, or something like that? Whatever.
well, yeah, basically they
Yeah.
were high. They made Hydro Thunder.
Oh, Hydro Thunder. Yeah,
Yeah,
not Jet Moto.
so like the game is good. I've played it. It's fun, but
Nice.
I figured that way at least would give me some sort of fun game to play on my phone if I found myself with nothing to do. As far
Right.
as PS4, the only games I've been playing lately are Killing Floor 2. Obviously, you and I played Wildlands, went back into that, which we got to get you finished on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then CJ and I played Rocket League the other night.
Oh wow.
We both had
Okay.
to update it because there was an update. There's like some Tron modes that are weird.
Hmm.
Where like there's no so there's so the I don't even somebody's gonna be like the game mode is called this, you idiot, and you know what, I apologize in advance. So you're inside like an octagonal space and
Mm-hmm.
there's no goals, but there's a line that divides the middle, and so every time you hit the ball on the other team's side and it touches the ground, it like weakens the panels, and then if you hit it again, the panels drop out, and so you can drive over it as your car, but the ball will fall into, and that's how you get a goal.
Huh.
It's like you have to like it's like kind of like a brick breaker esque floor that you're driving on, and you have to break the floor and then knock the ball into it.
Black Ball. Okay, interesting.
And like it's not the worst game mode I've ever played in my life, but like there were times where I was just like, this is taking fucking forever to get a goal.
Right, because everyone's just bouncing the ball back and
Well, because
forth.
yeah, it just bounces back and forth, and like eventually, you get it, and you're like, yeah, finally, and then you start all over again.
Right. Then 2 hours later again. Goal
Played
number
snow
two.
day mode with the hockey puck. That's fine. My coworkers really like the snow day mode, and I don't think it's that great. It's better than the basketball mode,
It's
but
basketball.
like I just actually really enjoy like regular like 3v3 or 4v4.
Mm-hmm.
No frills Rocket
Right.
League. But have not touched Gravity Rush 2 in forever.
You need to finish that.
Yeah. Feel bad about it. I really was hoping to enjoy that game, and I don't know if I bought it at the wrong time or just couldn't really get myself situated in it, and now I'm just kind of stuck.
Right.
I
Just
think it
like
was just a more enjoyable game to play on the Vita, and while yes, I could probably remote play it on the Vita
wouldn't.
and
Yeah.
and and kind of give myself the experience, I haven't really.
Mhm.
I enjoyed what I played. I just
Yeah, fair enough.
right.
I think a lot
Uh
of people said that about it too, though. It'd be more enjoyable on the Vita.
yeah. I don't know. Delicious, refreshing beverages. And you're not sponsored, so I won't name you. Um, what about you? What have you been playing?
Oh, I've been jumping around way too much. Finishing up Persona 5, and then Deus Ex, Mankind Divided. Trying to replay that again.
Yep.
Started over like you do with Pokemon because I was like, I don't remember where
I
I'm
don't know what the
at.
hell you were
I
doing.
don't know
Yeah.
what to do in this situation. Yeah, so I'm like, I started over, and now I'm like, oh, okay, this is the jam. Just like I remember it. And
Yeah.
then yeah, Wildlands, need to finish that. And then I haven't played Killing Floor 2 as much as you have. Uh,
It's just very mindless.
yeah,
But it's like
like
it's mindless in a satisfying way, And
Right.
I think that's like the frustrating thing that I have. Like I'm stuck in this. Um,
Sort of
I'm
gaming lull, or
well, not even like a gaming lull, but I'm stuck in this mode of my brain where I'm like, mindless fun is enjoyable, but like I'm
mm,
not. I haven't touched Destiny in forever. Where like I could just play Destiny and like do patrol missions for hours and be like, this is enjoyable, even though I'm accomplishing next to nothing in
right?
terms of
Like we
like
used
gaming
to.
progress. And like Killing Floor 2 is almost the same because there's only two bosses at the end of the waves. There's Dr. Hans Volter and then the Patriarch dude. So every time we finish a wave, like we're fighting one of these two dudes, but I think it's the dynamic of playing with the four other people and what happens with the match as you go.
Right.
Like, so at the end of it, yeah, you're still killing the zombies, you are still fighting the same one or two bosses, but I think there's something satisfying about the quickness in which you can take down a boss. And plus, because like that game is still relatively new to me, I haven't leveled up nearly as much as I could. So like I'm a level 18 in the particular class that I use right now, which is
Mm-hmm.
support, because of the bonus shotgun damage is nuts. Uh but like I still have a ways to go, and it's like still fun when you get into a match and like I'll be like a level 18 and we'll have like a bunch of like I don't know 10 levels or like sub 10 level players, but then you get like that one player who's like 20 and you're like damn, or like a 25 or whatever, and you're like
Right.
this guy's straight up awesome because like each as you level up, like the stat perks and stuff, like every 5 levels you get like a bonus, and like they're
Mhm.
all
Yep.
pretty, like regardless of which class you play, like they're all pretty awesome.
Oh, pretty
So
decent.
like so I'm pretty excited for as each time I like get close to that 5 level marks. Like I'm so close to 20, I'm 2 away, and I'm gonna get this perk that basically when people resupply, because like my support character, if you come close enough to me, you hit circle, you get a little bit extra ammo. I think the next stat boost is when you get ammo, you also get armor from me,
Oh, dang.
and I think that's pretty sweet. Like you get more ammo, and I think you get armor.
Nice.
In addition to the fact that every time I get a level up, I get an increase in shotgun damage, an increase in ammo capacity, and an increase in shotgun penetration.
Dang.
So like every time I play, all I do is just buy shotguns and I just wreck
Right.
house. It's awesome.
Trick house.
It's like one of my favorite things. So that said, I think the short version is we need to finish Wildlands so we can get you through that game. I think
True.
you'll only because I really do think you'll enjoy the end of the game because it almost plays out like every kind of movie you expect to not play out the way it plays out when you're like, no, but yeah, but no, like, and
Ah.
you watch it and you're like, that's kind of what I wanted to happen, but at the same time, not what I wanted to
Oh,
happen.
right.
Like, it's not bad, but it's not good, but it's not great.
Not great.
But like, it's
Yeah.
enjoyable. Like, you feel like I felt satisfied at the end of the game for what I
That's
got out of it. That's
Ubisoft.
kind of. Yeah, I know, right? It's tough for me to. It's a hard pill for me to swallow saying that I actually enjoyed an Ubisoft game.
Ooh, rip.
And that is, I like to me, I think a good ending point. Like I think
We're gonna end on Ubisoft.
I'm gonna end on me actually saying that I enjoyed an Ubisoft game. I will also end by saying, so this is me at GameStop.com looking at release dates for games, and so I totally forgot. Like I blanked on that we're in August, and then on
Mm-hmm.
Tuesday Uncharted comes out. So I'm
Yep.
actually nice. Escapist 2 actually comes out on Tuesday as well, and The Escapist was a
Oh,
really fun
wow.
game. So
That was a fun game.
I think if you were at all interested in Escapist or like Prison Architect, I think is a very similar game. Uh, you know, check out Escapist 2. Nobody gives a shit, but Madden NFL 18 comes out on the
Oh,
25th.
great.
I I guess the
Awesome.
only reason people might care is I guess is it Tom? I think it's Tom Brady on the cover.
Uh-huh.
Like
Yep.
yeah, it's Tom Brady. I should know that. Like I'm a I'm from Boston, but like I don't care enough about sports. Uh,
Okay, well,
Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm Legacy also comes out on the 25th for PS4. I didn't actually look at. What I should really look at is what's coming out for Nintendo Switch.
damn right. I know the
Dude,
Mario Kingdom
Sonic
Rabbids.
Mania
So
though. Yeah, Mario and Rabbids is the 29th, so that's a week from Tuesday.
hmm
And then Super Mario Odyssey is in October, so we're getting really close.
damn son, I can't wait for that.
Like I'm excited. I need to buy Splatoon 2 is actually like on my short list.
It's just Call of Duty, but for kids.
J-Bon's short list is uh Uncharted Lost Legacy, Splatoon 2, Mario Odyssey in October, which isn't really like that's not in the immediate short time, but like it's on my list.
Mhm. Shoot, let me know when you get Splatoon 2, and I'll pick it up.
And like I do actually want to get Sonic Mania, but I don't like I'm actually like torn between getting it for PS4 or getting it for Switch.
I'm getting it on Switch.
Yeah.
As much as I would love to see it in its glory on PS4, I would love to be able to just grab my Switch and be like, "Bitch, I'm gonna go play Sonic right now."
That was my thing. Like I could play it at work, blah 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 blah, and I was like, that's
Mhm.
pretty good.
Freaking why I think the Switch is balling.
I also do kind of want the collector's edition just because I think it's neat.
That sweet ass LED Sega Genesis.
The problem
Like
is that I like again like it's I'm torn. My emotions. I said I was gonna do this podcast, and now I want to talk about this. I don't normally buy collector's editions like ever. But it's
that's
70
why I buy
bucks.
them because I
Like it's
never. Yeah,
$70, so it's not even that expensive, and it's actually really cool. Like there's nostalgia. He's on top of a Sega Genesis. It's Sonic. It comes with the cartridge and the ring. Like those are cool
yep.
things to me. That is something that actually appeals to me.
Right.
But they're probably, if I had to guess, hard to find
That's
now.
not sold out. GameStop still has some.
Oh really?
Yep.
Well, I may have to
That's
take
how
a trip.
surprised I was.
Might have to take a trip.
Like I checked the app and I was like, oh, they have one. Shit.
Well, damn.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
That said,
I think now it's time to we'll end it on Sonic.
yep. So that has been episode 86. We're gonna 86. Is that what you say? You 86 something? Is that the thing?
Oh, 76. Wait.
Is it? I don't even.
Oh no.
I don't know.
I don't. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Whatever, man. Do Soul Beam. So that'll be it for episode 86 of the Disconnected Gamers podcast. As always, you can find us on Twitter. I am at So After I Said. Mike is at mtong1. You can tweet him, but don't follow him though.
You can hit follow, but then hit that follow button again and
Yeah.
unfollow. I don't need pity follows.
Such a jerk. You can follow at the DGCast if you'd like. Tweet us there if you have questions, comments, concerns. Check out thedgcast.com if you would like. We also have a YouTube where this will be posted, as well as it's available on iTunes if you're listening to it. You know that. You can tweet us if you have topics you want us to talk about. You have games you want us to check out. If you're going to be at PAX West and you want to get a high five, holla at your boy. Yeah, what he said.
Or if you're a girl.
You know what? Nope.
You a lady, holla at my boy. That's what I'm gonna say.
God damn it. Anyways, as always, it's a pleasure. But don't do drugs and stay in school. All right.
Stay in school.
Drink your milk.
It's important.
Listen to your parents. Respect your elders.
All vitamins.
All the vitamins. 2 times as many vitamins as you'd give a regular man. With that, that'll do it for the episode. Again, thank you for listening, for tuning in, YouTubing it. Thumbs up, thumbs down, as you so desire. I will catch you
on the yep.